Oh, I'll take that too. Down is forward, right? Hi, everyone. Good evening. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. My name's Mike. I fail all the time. And I talked to Riley about this, and he told me I should tell this story of failure. So a little bit of Q&A. We're failing right now off the bat. Here we go. Cool. I didn't know how to title this presentation or like how to kind of sum it up. So you can like figure out maybe what the story is going to be about today by these emojis. But if not, just buckle up and I'll tell you the story. So this is the group, the Pirates of Tokyo Bay, as it is right now. We're based in Tokyo. International group of performers. We perform, this is in Roppongi. Things in Tokyo are going really well. We do Sokyo Konto in English and in Japanese, improv comedy. The Tokyo version of the Pirates, we've been together for 15 years. We've done about 400 shows, 21 international tours, and 25 members. It's all great, right? Right now, Pirates of Tokyo Bay, 2010 started. But I want to tell you a little bit about the first group that I started in 2005, Pirates of Dotonbori. It started much smaller. So 2005, I was living in Osaka. This is the ragtag group. We had kind of less professional looking shows at the time, but we did pretty well after a couple years. We were doing monthly shows in Osaka. We got some TV coverage, which was awesome. We were collaborating with Yoshimoto, if you guys know them, like they're the powerhouse of comedy. Our audience averages for like 180 per show. And we were doing shows at clubs in Osaka. So before the clubs would open, like Friday night at like 10 p.m. for a night of clubbing, we would perform from like 7 to 9. It was crazy. And I think that's where this story kind of derails and gets off track a little bit with our association with the clubs and our success. We got contacted by a sponsor, Shark Energy Drink. I had never heard of them, but that was cool that they reached out to us. I'm sorry if you have heard of them. They're like the mini Red Bull, I guess. And they were like, come to our office. We want to talk. We've seen your shows. We see the audience pool that you guys have. Come to our office and let's talk. This was their office, but you don't get it. Like, not this door. They rented the garage. So every meeting, they would just like open up the garage and there were like sofas in there and they were like, let's talk business. It was weird. But I was flattered that they wanted to talk to my little hobby comedy group about a sponsorship. And they gave us a ton of money. It was a little bit weird in hindsight, in like retrospect, like, okay, that was a lot of money. They paid for things. We got our shirts and merch with their Shark Energy Drink on the front and then our logo on the back. No expenses. They covered everything. They paid for our website fees, the flyer designs. They made the flyer designs and printed them so we could hand them out to promote the show. But I started to realize you don't really get money for free. They were sending me shipments of Shark Energy Drink to my apartment. So like I would just come home randomly one day and there's like 10 cases of Shark Energy Drink outside my door. No idea why. The CEO really wanted us to mention shark in our scenes. I don't know if you know about improv, but like you're not really supposed to plan anything. It's supposed to be based on audience suggestions. But he was always like, just say shark somehow. I don't think we ever did, but he was pretty strong about that. And then he had these ideas. We were brainstorming in that garage about where else we could perform besides the clubs. And one of his ideas was in boxing rings, in between rounds of boxing. He was like, you can go in there in like round 2 and like get a suggestion and do a scene. I was like, that's not, the people that want to see boxing don't want to see this. So then he's like, okay, fine, no boxing shows, but we'll have these shark girls at your shows. And so this literally happened. We had shark girls handing out Shark Energy Drink at our comedy show. It was very weird. It looked cool for like a second, and then you're like, this is not a match. But we kind of still felt like this. Like, we felt good. Like, we're just this small comedy group in Osaka in like 2008, and he's like, here's your flyers, here's your website, here's your merch, here's these shark girls at your show. I mean, it was more like this than the money situation, because my apartment was like flooded with shark cans. It was crazy. So like after a couple years, I was in regular contact with him, and I messaged him and I was like, hey, it's been a long time. I haven't heard from you in a while. We haven't heard anything from Shark in a long time. I hope all is well. I never got a reply. So the club industry in Osaka, like everyone knows everyone and like all the club managers, and we got involved with knowing all these clubs. I did some research and talked to the people in the clubs in Osaka. I went to Google. This is a screenshot of Google in 2008. And I searched his name to try to figure out like why I haven't heard anything from him in multiple months. And what had happened was Dutch-born CEO arrested in Osaka on drug charges. He was importing cocaine in bicycle frames. And he got busted for importing cocaine into bicycle frames. And so that made me a little worried about where our money was coming from. So this is like, our money sort of stopped. I was kind of concerned that like this would happen at my apartment, that like the police would kind of come knocking on the doors. I was worried like, am I in trouble? Like I'm still on like a 3-year visa at that time. Am I gonna get in trouble? Are the members of my group gonna get in trouble? Like they don't know the business talks that I've had with this guy. Like are the police gonna come to them? Are the shirts and website, are they all gonna be like taken and part of a criminal investigation? Are the cops gonna take the Shark energy drink from my house? Like that would be great. Like maybe that's a perk. They can take some of that. But things started to get a little bit serious as I talked to the other clubs and like the other people and like, yeah, he's off the radar now and he's in jail. Technically, there was no evidence where we were explicitly funded by drug money. So I stay firm to that. And we've learned our lessons about relying on a sponsor. So in Osaka, all of our money came maybe from bikes, but hopefully not. So now jumping up into Tokyo, our flyers we design ourselves. There's no Shark energy drink. It's all our own designs. And we found other ways to get revenue so we can sustain ourselves. So yeah, we do private shows and we do corporate training and stuff like that. We have no sponsor in Tokyo. We're a bit traumatized by that in Tokyo. So that's how this Tokyo Pirates comedy group, Dutch, Shark energy drink, money. There's no emoji for cocaine. And then the bike and a cop. And then to hopefully save you some Nihongo work, I gave a quick summary of our story in Japanese. But that was our first and only sponsor for the Pirates of Tokyo Bay, or Pirates of Dotonbori. Thank you very much.